Hello guys, welcome again to the weekly video for Bitcoin. Well, in this video we're going to talk about macro timeframes, and also we are going to talk about the short term actually. But I'm going to start with the short term this time because I think it's very important. Well, first of all, for all the users of my indicator, I added the volatility to the OBB. You can update your indicator or just delete the indicator and add again the indicator to your chart, and you will see this. The reason why I did this is because on TradingView for free, I found this squeeze momentum indicator plus. I mean, the name is plus. Actually, is the developer did a very good job, and we can. There are many options, and you can use it as. I mean, it's almost the same thing as the normal squeeze momentum indicator, but we have here the ADX. And actually, you don't know how to use ADX. I think I need to post another video, but it's very useful actually. Yes. Why? Because the ADX is gonna tell you just if the power of the trend. Doesn't matter the direction. If it's positive, of course the trend is strong. So in that case, for example, if the trend is to the upside, you will see, well, as long as the ADX is positive, in this case on the upside, you will see more momentum. When it's negative, that means that trend is losing momentum, so it's getting ready to drop. So if you combine the squeeze momentum indicator and the ADX and also the OBB, also you will get actually very good results. Actually, internally, this is one of my strategies. I didn't include before this one because I don't want to have more indicators. But when I found this one and I can add in one indicator the ADX, actually for me was very good actually. So, well, let's start. Now we are in 1-day chart, and as you can see here, well, one thing here is instead of in the OBB on oscillator, instead of adding the all the area like this one, I actually just added the dots. Why? Because I want to see the overall trend. And also the one change I did here, instead of 100 MA, I made 200. The reason for this is because I was studying here the macro timeframes, and I want to show you something very interesting. Now, okay, in 1-day chart there is something very interesting right now is happening for Bitcoin. We have finally bullish divergences in OBB from this point and this point. If today in OBB we can see the OBB closing above the MA20, we will see actually a confirmation of these bullish divergences here, and I am expecting here to test at least the zero line here. That means Bitcoin finally is gonna bounce to $49,000 or $50,000, even more. And also we have bullish divergences, not very strong, but we have in 1-day chart in squeeze momentum indicator from this point and this point. Actually, for me, is a very good signal. Why? Because Bitcoin is still holding the bottom of the area. If you see here, this is the bottom of the area of the demand zone here. As long Bitcoin is holding this area, technically speaking, well, I am still expecting the bounce. Now, I took a loss actually a few days ago. The reason is because I got stopped by well, stop 100. You know, I was not expecting $45,000. I was expecting minimum 46, and I said I did a mistake. And my stop was not in the correct place. But never mind. So sometimes we do mistakes. Well, mistakes are a very nice opportunity to improve. My long position was around here. Let me show you. My position was around here, and sorry, let me remove this one. Was around here, and I got to stop it with this week. Around this week, 45,000. No, actually, it was around here. Our 45,600. My entry was around 46,300, around there. So I gotta stop it here. But well, never mind. Now, In 4-hour chart is something very interesting right now. We have bullish divergences in progress right now. We have 3 strikes, 1, 2, 3 strikes, and as you can see here, we have this formation right now, and it's getting better. I mean, also the OBB is almost testing again the ME20 in the OBB, but as I said, if today in the next 24 hours I'm expecting to see something like this, we will see this bounce. And also something to keep in mind, the volatility is blue in 4 hour, so this is well, I really think, because we know in 1-day chart this is the bottom of the area, the last area of the demand zone here in 1-day chart. I am expecting to see the price contracted almost like this in the next 24 hours, as you can see here, and we will see finally a break. In this case, I'm speculating to the upside. Now, is this in 1-day chart, 12-hour chart, and 4-hour chart time frames? Now, let me show you 12-hour. As you can see here, we have the same signature. We don't have bullish divergences in 12-hour, but we have in squeeze momentum indicator, as you can see here, from this area and this area. We have 3 strikes. So, but the good thing about the OBB in 12-hour is still positive. Of course, it's not above of the MA, but the point is still positive. That means from this area, all this price action is telling me there is a potential accumulation in the short term. I mean, well, 4-hour, 12-hour maximum here. Now, how is gonna be invalidated here? Well, it's very easy. I wanna see Bitcoin closing in the next 24 hours about $47,000. Why? If we don't see this, is because, well, $47,000 is a key level for me. Why? Because ME55 in 5-day chart is there. As you can see here, Bitcoin is for almost 1 month, 3 weeks, technically 3 weeks, is respecting this ME55. Any close, I mean 1-day close or bigger time frame like 2-day close below $47,000, well, the bullish divergences and the bounce I am expecting, there is a very low probability we will see it. So I am expecting this bounce should happen right now. I mean, now. I mean, the next 24 hours. I want to see Bitcoin above 47,000, 48, around there, closing above this, and potentially next week we will see a bigger bounce. But okay, now that was the bullish scenario. Now let's talk about the bearish. And actually, because the trend is your friend, well, be ready. Any close below $47,000 this weekend, I am expecting order leg down to all the way down to 43, even lower, 37, 38. So I am following my technical analysis. Yes, I am respecting my always when I see a bullish divergence in 1-day chart in different time frames. Always I am following my technicals. As I said, I am in long position right now, around 46,600. Speculating we will see a bounce to the top of this, like $49,000-$50,000, and from there we will see finally the leg down. I am expecting. In macro time frames, as you can see here, Bitcoin is not healthy. It's not healthy. Yeah, and something you must watch right now is every time when in 5-day chart Bitcoin is in the red area, we have our bear markets. Technically speaking, we are in the beginning. Of course, this could be a fake out, yes, but every time when we saw this, Bitcoin is actually in a bear market in OBB. Every time when you see these kind of things, as you can see here, this area is bear market. ME55 broken, a massive crash, and also we have this signature here. So remember, OBB is a lead indicator. Technically, I will say OBB is telling me right now, well, be careful, because if this is the next close of this is closing like this, we will see a major drop in a few days, actually in the next candle close. we will see a major drop to this area. I wouldn't be surprised if 42,000 is broken. I wouldn't be surprised, honestly. And I will expect to see other leg down to 34, and I will say finally we are in a weekly bear market. The reason for this is because the ME55 is at $43,000. So if Bitcoin comes here again next week, and the most important thing, close below there like this, breaking and bouncing here like this, technically this is a move, a bearish move, and this is a bounce to what? Keep falling. Okay, so be careful with this. I know traditional traders, they are doing something like this, or they want to do something like this. It depends of the, you know, people, they like to make trend lines like this, right? Oh, this is bullish and let's go to the moon, right? Or maybe someone, no, it's like this. And if the price crash more, no, it's like this. No, it's like this. And now it's this. They like to see whatever they want to see in the markets. So in my case, you already know, I don't follow patterns. I follow price action, and I follow some rules, like they help me to predict or try to project the price in the future. Right now, as I said before, if this weekend Bitcoin close, actually the week is there, $47,000 again and again. I am doing the same thing. Do you realize I was saying before, $60,000, $60,000, $60,000, and after $60,000 broken, we see massive downside. Now think about this, $47,000 around here, because there is nothing to stop Bitcoin to go to $40,000 and even lower, 33. Actually 33, 34 is, I'm expecting the leg down if $43,000 breaks. And as I said before, if $47,000 breaks, and that means in 5-day chart, actually we are gonna be in downtrend. So the probabilities to see holding ME55 in weekly are lower actually. I want to see the price above the ME55 in 5-day and weekly together, not just one. Now let's talk about the potential drops if this happen. Because people, they are thinking 2022 to 100k, 200k, whatever, right? To the moon always. People, some people media say, no, now the sentiment is bearish. No, actually I don't think so. Why I don't think like the sentiment is bearish? Because, well, you see Solana and Navax bouncing, you see some altcoins, they are bouncing for no reason, right? That means there are still a lot of people thinking this is the dip. When I will know everything is super bearish is because all of the good projects, you know what I mean, are just crashing all time. So that is the moment when I will start thinking to buy again. Now let's talk about potential targets. Historically speaking, Bitcoin likes to drop 80 and 90% every correction. So this is just a speculation. Please don't take it too much. Don't take it seriously. Why? Because this is just a prediction based on the history of Bitcoin. Okay, so we are in weekly chart. So if this is gonna happen, well, look at this. Is 86%, 84%, 69%. As you can see, all the major drops in bear markets in weekly chart is around 80, 70 to 85, almost 90%. So if we do the same thing from the ME55 broken here to the bottom was 66%, around here, yeah, 60%, and from here 55%. So if Bitcoin breaks the ME55, you can think, okay, other 60% down, and maybe we will see the bottom. Okay, potentially yes, in the long term. Okay, so 50% is $19,000, $20,000. But I have bad news for you. $20,000 is not a support. Okay, so if I see Bitcoin at $20,000, I am not expecting a major bounce. I think Bitcoin is just gonna break this level, and I will say maybe 60% or even lower around there. Around between, if Bitcoin breaks the ME55 in weekly chart, technically speaking, the biggest area I am expecting to see Bitcoin is around From $70,000 I will start, and the second level is $10,000. Remember, in the beginning of 2020, this year, I said my long-term target, bearish target for Bitcoin is around $10,000. Why? Because, well, I don't need to see indicators. I want to see the volume. And where is the volume? If you see the next area, the only area of support of Bitcoin is this area. So if this is gonna be a fake out, because looks like that, it's looking like that, any close below $40,000, I don't think $30,000 is gonna hold anymore. I don't think so. Of course, we will see a bounces. Remember, this technical analysis for months, so that means all this price action is gonna something like this, maybe 3 or 4 months, 6 months, whatever, 1 year, I don't know, but it's something like this. People will start thinking this is we are still in a bull market, we are going to the moon, and suddenly like this. If that happen, okay, because we have monthly chart. The monthly chart is very interesting. In just 10 days we're going to have a new close. Any close for the monthly chart below $43,000, exactly where is the MA55 in weekly, will drag all the way down to, well, we'll see again 37, 38. Remember, yeah, well, I really like when I see my technical analysis make sense in different time frames. I really like it. 37, $38,000 around there. And usually the best way, the best moment to buy Bitcoin for months or more than 1 year is when it's testing the MA55. But don't get me wrong, not because it's testing the MA55 you will buy here. Bitcoin was around 4 months below the MA55 for 4 months, and in this one, right? So careful with this. Why? Because not because it's testing the MA55, maybe in some point next year you have to buy there. Okay, you can start thinking to buy, yes, but I wouldn't be surprised if we see a 10,000 drop or something like that a week, and here is when you, well, in my case, all in. I'm not a financial advisor, just my personal opinion. Now, using the indicators, okay, we have a sell signal with the squeeze momentum indicator, as you can see here. And the most concerning thing here is we have bearish divergences in monthly chart for OBB. So something like this. So if this monthly is gonna play, well, you will see by the end of this month, $40,000 broken is gonna trigger all the bearish momentum around the minimum. I mean, technically speaking, MA55, MA55, and let me see if I can see a lower target. Oh yeah, I don't think so, because as you can see in the history of Bitcoin, never hit the 100k, the 100 MA. I don't think it's gonna happen. I mean, maybe yes, with a week, potentially. One thing I want to share with you is because for first time in the history of Bitcoin, we have some bearish divergences in monthly. That is the problem. We have some signals like this price action is not something like I would like to, how can I say this? I think you must watch my technical analysis for 2022 in my other videos. I'm gonna post the link here, because if I explain this again, this video is gonna be long, very long. So, but you can watch here. So as you can see here in January, I said long time ago, I said if we don't see a close above $60,000 this year, 2022, by December 31st or January 1st, this is gonna close as and if it's closing below $43,000, it's gonna be a shorting start in 3-month chart. So this is gonna be super special. Why? Because we never had this formation in 3-month chart. So I will say something very aggressive. If you see Bitcoin closing in the next 10 days below $40,000, 43, we will have a shorting start in 3-month chart. We have a shorting start in 6-month chart actually. And also we will see other leg down. Well, maybe we are gonna see an overextended bull market, bear market this time, because you don't want to see these formations in 3-month chart, because technically speaking, it's bad. Yeah, if we are watching 3-month chart, that means at least 1 or 2 years of price action of Bitcoin. So historically speaking, as I said, MA21 for 3-month chart is the place you want to buy. So it's now around $20,000. But as I said, using price action, there is nothing here to support the price in volume. So the only way to start thinking to buy again Bitcoin, if that happen, I will wait for $10,000. Yeah. Okay. Now, this is macro time frames because remember this is a weekly technical analysis. So in weekly chart, I want to just repeat a little bit more, is if you see Bitcoin closing below $47,000 this week, next week I'm expecting more downside to 43 and potentially break out the ME55 with a massive big drop, and we will see other test to maybe $34,000-$36,000. And from there, if that happens next week, well, welcome to the Hunger Games bear market. Now, let me show you Cardano. Cardano is officially in downtrend, weekly chart. It's close in getting rejected from ME55. The last hope for Cardano in weekly chart is this area. The last hope, Cardano must be in sideways for the next 3 months, as I said before, like this, consolidating here in the lows, if this is the low. But I don't think this is the low. Why? Because of this monthly chart sell signal. I will be bullish if Cardano is testing this area and we have the momentum in the squeeze, almost a buy signal. I will be very bullish, but not now. So any close this month below $1.15, this month in the next 10 days, you will see a major drop for Cardano all the way down to 2.40, and the next area is gonna be 0.10, 0.08, around there next year. Okay. So that is why I'm not. I don't believe like people are bearish actually. Why? Because these kind of coins like Solana, AVAX, they are just pumping. So that means people, they believe this is the bottom, right? It's very good. It's very good. But if I will be whale or market maker, I will be very happy, right? Because I can see a lot of small fishes here. Now, for AVAX, let me show you here. We have sell signal in weekly chart, so that means no thank you. I will never hold this coin in weekly chart. I will wait for in the next 2-3 months. Other test to ME55. I don't know the price, but yeah, I will wait for that. So let's talk about Ethereum a little bit. I'm not going to talk about many altcoins because for me there are many altcoins like they are in downtrend right now. So it's not my way trading altcoins when I see Bitcoin is not healthy. Okay, so in weekly chart, as long as holding 3,700, totally fine. But looks like this is not healthy. Of course, this is not healthy. We have sell signal in a squeeze, and also falling. The BB is falling. So potentially we will see more downside next week. Actually, I hope to be right with the bounce, because I wanna see the bounce on Bitcoin. But well, I don't move the markets, right? So we have the same thing here. Let me see. No, we don't have bullet divergences with Ethereum. We don't have it. And as you can see here, OBB, every time when Ethereum is testing the MA20 in OBB, is getting rejected. So we are gonna see the break very soon. And because the trend is your friend, and this is in downtrend finally, I am expecting other test to 3,000 in the long term, around there. But it makes sense. If Bitcoin crash to $38,000-$40,000, we will see this major drop for Ethereum. And I'm expecting a bounce, yes, of course, but a bounce to keep falling. That's it. So be ready, because maybe we will have a very special Christmas. So let me talk about the total market cap. I think if we see the total market cap, Solana. Okay, the last one. Solana. I will say this is your last chance to get out there. Why? Because it's in the ME55, and the OBB is telling me for first time for first time in the history of Solana, is gonna break the sell line. And you know what does that mean, right? No support or volume. So rejection here, and potentially we will see finally a downtrend. In 1-day chart, let me see. In weekly chart, we have sell signal in weekly chart. Yeah, any close below 160, we will see a major leg down to 90, and the lowest point I'm expecting Solana to see, if that happen, let me tell you, if that happen, is 40. $40. So let me check the total market cap, and that is the last thing I'm gonna check in this video. Total market cap. Weekly chart is still holding the area I was expecting here, about 1.23. Any close today around 1.25, around there, below there. We will see other test to 1, even lower in the next couple months. And yeah, maybe here, around here, we will see a major bounce here. Maybe, but it will take some months. So yeah, OBB is not healthy. Let me see 1-day chart, because I'm looking for the bounce for many icons right now in 1-day chart. No. There is a bullish divergences. No, there is no bullish. It's because this week here. If we don't have this, if I don't see this week, yeah, maybe we will have, but no, I don't have it. No. So the best scenario for this is just in sideways, and hoping like this is gonna break up. That is the last thing. But if Bitcoin breaks down, we will see this invalidation, and we will see major drop. Now, the last small recap: Bitcoin in 4-hour chart. Bullish divergences here. Yes, there is no confirmation. Yeah, I want to see this this confirmation today. Yeah, and also I want to see Bitcoin respecting this level. Minimum 46,300. If I see this is broken, I think I'm gonna close my long position here, and I'm gonna take my loss again. Sometimes I cannot win, as I said. And I will expect other leg down to $45,000, but this time it's not going to hold. Maybe it's gonna do the same thing, the thing I said in macro time frames. Okay, guys, thank you for watching, and have a nice weekend. See you next time.